Good morning, and welcome again to Conway's Corner. This morning, we're going to talk about the time we all seem not to have, the time needed in the morning to get up, to do all the things Mother Nature wants us to do, and get ready for that mainstream out there, to get out, what it takes to get motivated. We also want to talk about that, what it takes to get motivated, to get moving, and get out there and do what we need to do to survive. It's very hard for a lot of us. Some of us, we go to bed at 7 o'clock in the evening, which is really early. Some of us stay up till midnight. Some of us are on drugs and we don't go to bed at all. Now, if you're any of those people, then you can relate to what I'm talking about. What we have here is something that's really rough to do. Now, if you have a large family, especially, if you have a large family and you live in a medium-sized house, you may even have 2 bathrooms, but you have a large family, you've got 3 or 4 kids running around, you got your wife or your husband trying to get going, arguing out who's going to get up and make the coffee, who's going to go over and straighten up the kids because they're making too much noise to begin with, and they're getting on your nerves because you're not plugged in yet. What we're going to talk about is what we need to get motivated. Well, what I do, first of all, in the morning is I get up and I get out of bed and I stretch a few times. And then I go in, and since I live alone, and I don't know why I live alone, people like me think would be with someone all the time. Anyway, I get up and I go in and I prepare my coffee. I get my coffee ready, and I plug the pot in, and it takes what seems to be in the morning forever for that pot of coffee to perk. I mean, I had to go out and buy one of those pots that you can pull the thing out from underneath it, and get your cup of coffee before it's completely brewed, because I don't have what it takes. I don't have the patience it takes to wake up. I need to get motivated now. I don't want to wait. I think they ought to invent something that would allow a person to wake up that way. I mean, we're sending guys to the moon. We're going over. We're destroying other countries, man. We're sending all of our young people over there to get killed all over the world. But we can't make a device, that will allow a person to get up in the morning motivated. Why? It doesn't make sense why we can't do something like that. So anyway, what you need to do is, first of all, I have a local coffee shop that I go down and I drink coffee at several times during the day, and many times during the evening, and I buy this really good, it's a real good French roast coffee, and what I do is I have them grind it really fine, and this is what works for me, is I put it in the coffee pot, I get the filter, I put it in there, and I put it in, and I perk it. And after it's really get going, I plug up the bottom of the filter, so the hot water sits in the coffee there, and this stuff gets really, really strong. And what I do is, the night before, I set my alarm. Let's say I want to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I set my alarm for 3 o'clock, see? I go in and I make this coffee, and I guzzle down about 4 or 5 cups of this real thick, syrupy-looking, strong coffee, and I run back to the bedroom, and I jump in the bed, and I try to go back to sleep. It doesn't work all the time, but most of the time it does, because I do this so fast, the coffee hasn't had time enough to take effect, and I'm back sleeping again. So when my alarm goes off at 5 o'clock, I come flying out of that bed, just boing, wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And let me tell you, it's the only way to wake up for me. I can only speak for me. I don't know what it takes for you to get motivated in the morning. Some people, it takes, turning on some music. Some people have to have hot, sweaty sex. Some people just have to have silence. But I need Juan Valdez. Juan Valdez is that little monkey on my back. If it wasn't for Juan Valdez, I'd be in bed right now and I wouldn't be able to do this show. So what I would like you people to do is this for me, please. When you perk your coffee, I'm going to put up I'll give you my mailing address here at the end of the show, and I want you to take those old grounds from the filters and don't throw them away anymore. Some people take them and they mix them with the house plants and stuff. Don't throw it away. I want you to take that, put it in a plastic bag, and then stick it in a box and mail it to me. I'll pay for the shipping. You mail that to, right here, to me, Conway's Corner. That's P.O. Box 3522, Santa Rosa, California, 95402. And mail me those coffee grounds. Because I'll take those coffee grounds and I'll mix them with mine, see? And you let them sit and let them ferment for a while, and you not only get the uplifting feeling from the coffee in the morning, but you also get a little buzz. And we all need a little buzz now and then in the morning. But, you know, the hard part, really hard part, if you're living with somebody, if you have a family, or if you have a roommate, is getting in that bathroom. Now that bathroom is a real pain sometimes in the morning. You know, you're sitting there with your legs crossed, you know, and you're trying to get in, you're pounding on the door, and all you can hear is this newspaper in there. Somebody's got the gall to sit there at 5 o'clock in the morning and read the damn newspaper, and the news hasn't even happened yet. It's so dang early. I mean, where do they get these newspapers so early in the morning? Another thing that really helps me in the mornings is after I do get in that bathroom. Okay, and usually this happens right after the coffee, because that warm coffee going down just seems to do the trick for me. But I get in that bathroom, and when I do what I need to do when I'm in there, man, do I feel good. Now, if this works for you, that's fine. If it doesn't, they have stuff you can buy. You can go to, you know, to your local Thrifty's Drug or wherever you buy your aspirins and those kind of things, and get they have these things that are called laxatives. And you just take a few of them the night before. Hopefully, don't take them too early now, because if you make your coffee like I do at 3 o'clock in the morning and then run back into bed and try to go to sleep, you might find yourself in a little bit of a predicament if you take that laxative the night before. So what you want to do is, I'm only recommending that the people take the laxatives that don't make their coffee that way, because you would end up in the bathroom at 3 o'clock in the morning, wide awake, going to the bathroom, and you're up way too early. That won't work for a lot of us, because when you're out there working your job during the day, what's going to happen is you're going to start feeling sleepy because you got up so dang early to go to the bathroom. And then it becomes addicting. The next morning, the same thing's going to happen. You're going to be so used to going to the bathroom at 3 o'clock in the morning, that's all you'll do is go to the bathroom at 3 o'clock in the morning. So if you guys have any other ideas of how to get up in the morning, I want you to send them to me, along with your coffee, to P.O. Box 3522, Santa Rosa, California. And send that right to Conway's Corner. Thanks a lot.